Welcome, good people. This is Skip the Formalities. I am your host, John J. And we are here to talk about some of the most trivial things that bog down the mind and rattle the soul. Now, we got the panel here. We got Brittany and we got Mr. Yule. Now, what we're going to talk about today, we kind of been serious lately. So we're going to do something a little bit lighthearted today. Lighthearted. So we're going to talk about the lottery. So since somebody already won a lottery, the big question here is the lottery has the good, the bad, and the ugly, but what would you do with $600 million? All right, now let me tell you what I'm going to do. All right, I don't know about everybody else, but there's this red light district that I want to just like stroll through. I don't want to buy, but I just want to do a lot of window shopping to see what I could buy. Even though I got $600 million, I may not spend all of it. But that red light district, it be popping though, just stroll through like, hey, yeah, girl, you look cute. You banging. I got some pennies for you. Yeah, I'm throwing pennies on stage. Like I'm gonna be that cheap. Just yeah, girl, take these pennies. You can still cash. You take it to the coin store. You can cash these out. Just hate this other. But panel, I want to hear what you would do with $600 million, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's get it. Who wants to tell me what their dreams is about this $600 million?
I think the first thing go ahead, Brittany.
Oh, I was gonna say you got to think about it. You're not necessarily getting $600 million. How you gonna get the payout? You gonna get it like over 20 something years, or you just gonna get it immediately where they take about all your money or half? Like you'll get like 3 something.
I'm fine with 3 something. First of all, let's talk about the bad side of the lottery. First, you can't even take the money anonymously. Okay. So
unless you set up a trust.
Yeah, you can set up a trust. But how many people set up a trust before they trying to go get the money? It's only been one couple I know of that actually did it right, waited a few months before they actually went and got the money and claimed it anonymously through a trust.
I didn't even know about that. Yep.
They say you should get with a financial attorney, a financial advisor. Get you a regular attorney. And the whole 9 yards, like they was like, you got to have like a panel of like 4, 5, 6 advisors that's gonna look after you to make sure that when you claim your money, you're not in the spotlight. Because as soon as you go on TV and claim that money, everybody's beating down your door trying to get a piece of that dollar.
And I guarantee you, the people who did it with the trust, I guarantee you they still got some calls. They just didn't get as many. I guarantee you somebody released their information. For sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Somebody look, I'm releasing information for $1,000, so don't hire me. I'm releasing for $1,000. You can I'll sell your information for, hey, look, I don't know how much they sell emails for, but I'm selling your information for $1,000.
On the dark web.
They're gonna be calling your phone, talk about, look, I got this business plan. I need some investors. Can we make it happen? I'm selling. I don't hire me because I'm selling your information for $1,000. I'm telling you off top, it's $1,000 going rate. But you're absolutely right, Yul. If you go ahead and set up a trust, you can go ahead and claim that money through the trust. But a lot of people are not doing that. A lot of people are going on stage, identifying themselves and going from rags to riches back to rags. Now, I'm kind of envious of the people that actually win the lottery twice in 1 week. I've seen this article. Somebody won like 50,000 one week, another 10,000 later on in the week. I said, bro, that gotta be some luck for you to win twice in the same week. Mm-hmm. And then it'd be somebody over their 50s. I'd be mad in the mother. Look, I need to get this in my 30s. Can't you getting it in your 50s? You getting in your 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. I ain't trying to be funny, but you got one foot in the grave. I could do more better with it. What you gonna do?
Actually, what's messed up is the fact that this one guy, he was pronounced dead and he won the lottery. And then after that, he won again, like some big money, like I think a couple days later. I'm like, oh my God. Like, how in the hell do you go from like dead in your grave, literally, to winning the lottery? twice in a row. Like,
Payback.
mhm.
See, I'm not even feeling that whole idea of, one foot literally dead and come back like, oh, you know what, he's a liar, I'm about to come back to life. What kind of shit is that? What kind of shit is that? Just like the one girl that had that money, from what I read in the article, she had like 3 kids. One kid had like a disease or whatever like that, and she had like a little boyfriend, and his little self kept going to jail, but she bought him a $15,000 Rolex right out the back. I'm looking like you bought him a $15,000 Rolex. Did you set any money up for the trust fund or anything? Anything? One of my family members end up winning a lawsuit, and I told him, I was like, look, the best financial advice I can give you is to put some of it up. The best advice I can give you: put something up for your daughter, put something up for yourself. Put it in a CD, certificate of deposit. Let that sit for a few years. Do it for your daughter. Let it sit for a few years. Go back, take it out, and then reinvest it. A lot of cases, because even then, and this was about 10 years ago, 10 years ago, you couldn't even really get into the stock market like that. The stock market wasn't as accessible as it is now. So investing didn't really come easy to the lower class community like it is now. Now we can really invest. We can invest small amounts of change that we just get from our paychecks. Because at one point in time, I tried to get into investment where they was like, well, you need like 10 grand just to get in. I said 10 grand.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
10
just
grand.
Sit down
just
and
to
talk to them. Yep.
I was like 10, just to break in 10 grand. Then they started to come out with all these apps where it allows you to invest in the stock market in fractions and small amounts, which was great. I was actually like excited at that point. I was like, oh, so now I can actually get in. I've been looking at the stock market. Like I've been looking at stocks for the longest. I've been looking at it back when you had to calculate it manually by looking in a newspaper. Like that's how long it's been. Like that's when I was really into it. You had to look in the newspaper, looking for what you was trying to find in that small print.
Yeah.
Highlight it, and then you had to do the calculations manually. Man, that was rough. I remember those days. I remember. But
well, you got one fixed number for the whole entire day. You didn't see whether it went up or down from the moment that they recorded that stock.
Nope. You couldn't find
they
out.
They gave you the early morning number, and later on that shit could have crashed and burned. Yeah, them was the days. But man, you know what? Since we started talking about that, since we started talking about that Bitcoin, I've been paying attention to that too.
Oh yeah.
As far as the stuff going up, because I'm up to almost $400, and I'll probably put just $60-$70 in there. See, so you can make some money.
Yeah, you can. You could definitely make some money on Bitcoin, but it's all about how you do it. You really gotta look at what you're investing into. Like I haven't looked at my Bitcoin in a while. I haven't looked at it. I haven't logged in. I kind of just have it at this point.
No, not so much Bitcoin, like just all the little cryptocurrency.
Yeah, all the cryptocurrency. It's like the cryptocurrency is still volatile. The only thing I really like about it is that it's 24/7. You can invest 24/7, and it doesn't take any breaks. It doesn't take for you to get in contact or go through a broker or any of that stuff. Like you go ahead, you put your money in, and you go ahead and buy your shares, and then you're good to go. I enjoyed it. I was buying shares at like 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
I was 2:00 in the morning. I'm buying shares like, oh, you know what? I see it's going down. Let me go ahead and buy some more. Or I see it going up a little bit. Okay, let me go ahead and buy some more. I was trying to buy it on an average. Buy when it's low and buy when it's high. But with cryptocurrency, because there's no regulation, there's really no guarantee that you're going to make money. There's no guarantee. And then think about it. You got to be on several different platforms just to try to catch the hottest trend before it actually blows up. Mm-hmm. So you're trying to catch it at one 1/1000th of a cent. So you can get so you can get like 1 million shares, but then you catch it at like 1 cent or a tenth of a cent. Is like, dang, like it's almost at like a penny right now. It's so close.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, dang, man. That's how I got this one investment I have, ACMC. And it was, when I bought it, it was moving at like 6,000th of a cent. 6,000th of a cent. So I ended up like getting a few hundred shares. So
Okay.
I'm just waiting for that. I'm holding on to that, hoping that once it starts ticking up, that money is gonna hit. So we look so back to the lottery. So we know that, you know, the ugly part of it is, hey, you're gonna have these money grubbing people chasing you for your money. You know, you're gonna want to go buy every car that you seen on TV. You're gonna want to have a Ferrari. You're gonna have all this stuff. Okay, that's cool. But what I want to know is, with 600 million, let me correct that. With 300 million, because what a lot of people don't know is you get taxed twice on it. They tax it once you claim the money, they tax it. Then, because you counted as income, you gotta tax it again and the following and at the end of the tax year. Which to me is kind of like, well, you already took it the first time. Why the hell you gonna take it again?
Exactly.
It's the craziest thing. So a lot of people, what they do is, well, not a lot of people, most people, what they do is they end up spending some of the money and not putting any of the money up in escrow to pay the taxes for that year and end up in tax trouble. I mean, 15 million in taxes is a lot when you don't have nothing at all. I mean, think about it. A decent house will hit you for like 500,000 for 500,000. A decent house. There's no need to go get a $2 million house. You can't keep
That's
up
called
with
living outside your means.
way out. Because here's the thing. When you win the lottery, you want to create a passive income. So you want to generate wealth off the money that you just acquired. So you put it in places where it's going to give you money back. If you're not going to try to get money back from it, then you're just going to spend it, and then it's gone, and then you're right back to where you came from. So now you got a $2 million house that you can't keep up with, that's about to go into foreclosure. Because you can't pay the taxes on it. Taxes probably going to be about 5-10 grand on a $2 million house. Probably about 20 grand. Not to mention the upkeep. You get 10 bedrooms. Who are there? Got your whole family coming over. About to be a southern fish fry or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's about to go down.
And they probably quit their job and all types of other stuff. Like if I did, I would still be living like I'm poor. I wouldn't change shit. I still be working at my same job. Yeah, okay to be the occasional vacation. I wouldn't, go ball out on the car. Something that as soon as I buy it, just depreciate in value. I'd probably go buy a little small shack, pay that cash, and I have to, worry about any other bills. But like some people that just do too much, and it's like, because yes, you never had it, and you want to, be like the Joneses and just, spend up all your money and just blow it, just have fun. But yeah, you comes to like a lot of responsibility after the fact. Like you got, like you can give people money, but I think it's like up to a certain amount. I think like maybe 30,000, I think. But even so, it's like people, the bad part about it is like, yeah, your whole identity out. So everybody about to come out the woodwork and be like, let me hold some, or, your life might be in danger. Like somebody know you got that bag. So like, yeah. So sometimes you might even have to question, your partner who you with. They might end up killing you or taking the money or even cashing in the ticket themselves. Like it's so many different variables with that. So I don't know. I probably have to have a whole nother alias. I'll change everything, but I might I might bleach my hair blonde. Y'all won't know who I am. So
if you go bald headed, nobody would know either. They wouldn't even know. Just cut it all off.
Be a Britney Spears, yeah. Like, yeah, I can do
You
that.
saw-
I can do that.
You saw what that got her.
What happened?
Lockdown. You won't be able to make no decisions by yourself.
Oh yeah, her daddy owned everything.
I was like, damn, she couldn't get
Conservatorship.
married. She couldn't get married. She couldn't pick where she went. Man, it was some crazy stuff she was going through.
Mhm.
But see what money gets you. You know, when you get a flush of money like that, you can't even think straight. You can barely focus. Like all your dreams and aspirations come to you just like that. You didn't cuss your boss out at work. You ain't flipped off the person that's been staring at you, getting on your nerves the whole time at the job, the whole 9 yards. And you walk out that joint like you ain't never coming back until you got to go back.
But does more money like mean more happiness?
Yes. Yes.
What about you,
No.
Yul?
I say no.
I
If you
don't
ain't
think so
happy,
either.
if you ain't happy and you got a bunch of money, that's not really gonna fix that problem.
Well, that's true. There are people that have money that aren't happy. So they start doing, you know, very extreme stuff. Very extreme. But no, I feel like in my position, if I have money, would I take care of some of my necessary bills? Yes. Would I be smart with it? Yes. I can tell you the first things I'm gonna buy off the bat with the money I'm gonna get. Okay. But since I already got a house, I'll fix the house up because I'll just keep staying here. I'll fix the house up, pay the house off, pay some debt off. I'll get 2 Teslas. And that's probably about it.
Where you gonna charge them at?
In my garage.
He gonna build his own little charging station.
Yeah, I'm gonna charge him in my garage. I can get that garage knocked down, get a whole new garage built.
With a Tesla charging station in it?
Yeah, on both sides.
Next thing you know, they're gonna have your address listed as a charging spot. Because every charge port has an address where you can go charge your car or truck.
Do people have them at their house?
Yeah.
Well, depending on the type of a charging station. I know they changed their houses from like a level 1 to a level 2, but you have to call up your energy provider to come switch all that over so you can have a fast charger at your house. But that costs like I think $1,000 for them to come out just to do that. But to actually have a charging port with two stations or 2 charge stations, they'll have to do all types of infrastructure with that. I don't know.
Do it really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's already electricity in my garage. So basically all I gotta do is come out and put the 220, 230 watt plug in there. And then I can just go ahead and put the charge port in there. You said I can't have them run another 220?
Well, I don't know. It just depends on like, you know, is it gonna be power from your house? Like how are they gonna get the power?
Yeah, it'd be power from my house.
Oh, well, I don't know. Well, that'll just be a high ass light bill. Energy bill, shit. So
look, my light bill ain't going. Hey, listen, my light bill ain't going up. I'm putting solar panels on the house and everything.
Michigan don't get no light. We vampires.
Listen, I will be for 8 months out of the year. I'll be good on the energy with my Tesla solar panel. I'm telling you, with my Tesla solar panel, hey, look, it be Tesla everything. Pull out my Model Y. If I want that, I pull up in my Model West, looking fly.
So what you gonna do when we have another blackout?
Wow.
You can't go put gas in it. You gonna go?
Well, you're absolutely right. But that's why I'm gonna have. Well, see, I'm gonna have a power pack, but I'm also gonna have a house. I'm also gonna have a house. hold on. I'm also going to have a house generator that generates power for the whole house. I've already priced them out. They're like $4-5 grand already.
Mhm.
Go ahead, put some propane in there, and we good. Put some propane in there, put some gas in there, and we good. It's gonna run.
What you think, what you would do if you hit?
First thing I do is pay off my house,
Yep.
fix up my house,
Yep.
pay off any credit card debts I got. And actually, I'll pay off any debt I have. Pay off all debt, pay off my house, fix my house, pay off any cars. Then I will figure out what I want to do. I will probably wait before I bought myself anything. Wait a little minute. You know, small things maybe, but nothing major for a minute. I would want to kind of get accustomed to it. Not be wanting to run out and just be buying stuff willy-nilly. Oh, I'm gonna get this car, I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna get this. Probably will take my time. But for sure, probably the first thing, probably pay the house off. That will probably be first. I will happily hand them a check. Happily.
Like, here, take it in cash. Put it in
Hell
cash.
yeah. So I never have to deal with that again. Then fix anything wrong with the house. Then probably sell it. Because I think if I had that type of money, where I would really want to live is St. Clair Shores. That's where I would really want to live.
Mhm.
So
why St.
I
Clair
would start
Shores?
looking at that. I like the area by the water. I like right there by the water.
Oh, okay.
I was just gonna say they flood probably. They probably was mad about the flood.
No, I ain't talking
happened.
about. I ain't talking about the one where they back. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the high end houses where there's the Jefferson is in between them and the river. You know, I ain't talking about the ones where they fucking grass ends at the water and shit. Hell no, that shit's ridiculous as hell. No,
Yeah.
no. I'm talking about right at the front end of Jefferson where the mansions is at, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you flood the street, then whatever's happened, you ain't gonna be able to stop anyway.
True.
And if I got that, I'll do the same thing. Pay the house immediately off. Pay it immediately off. I wouldn't owe a dime on it.
I negotiated. I'd be like, look, you want $2 million for this house? I'm about to give you $999,000 cash. Take it or leave it. Ain't no mortgage, so you don't have to worry about that.
Now I probably would do, and you'll thank for bringing that up. Now I may go ahead and fix my house, and you know I ain't gonna fake the fun. I may go get another house. But one of the things I may do, if we wasn't in the market that we're in now with the housing, with the can't kick people out and all that shit like that. If we wasn't in that situation, I would go buy a whole bunch of apartment buildings, like abandoned ones, and fix them up. Rent them out, either rent them out or sell them. Matter of fact, I probably would go buy the whole city of
Highland Park.
Highland Park. Yes, you was right on the money.
Yeah, I was over there.
I probably would go buy about half of Highland Park and fix Highland Park up, get with the city, get with some taxes, fix Highland Park right on up, and own about half of Highland Park.
The thing is with that, it's like Highland Park, they got so many issues as far as like how Detroit be screwing them with the water and just everything. They don't have no police. They don't have really anything. Like, I don't even know how many residents they have. They only got like 2 blocks. And you in and out Highland Park. So, I don't know. I was on Woodward and like right where, was that Davidson? Like right where they have the Model T location.
Yeah.
The strip mall. I was over there. And I'm like, bro. somebody could take this old Model T if they wanted the building, the whole assembly plant that's right there. Like if somebody had a vision, you can make some like lofty shit over there because it's like not that far from downtown Woodward is. Like that place is like maybe 5 miles. I'm like, they can make like lofts out of it, anything. But it's more of what residents are you gonna target in Highland Park? Because you got to think about safety. Like, what's their police response time? Where they fire stations at? I ain't never seen one.
But see, just like how Dan Gilbert invested in the city of Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
There's some backdoor deals. Not saying that there really is, but there's normally some deals like, hey, I'll bring you investors, but you got to make sure that they're protected. I'll bring you businesses, but you got to make sure they're protected. Like there has a, like, if you think about it, you see at nighttime, you see Detroit, you see more police down in Detroit than you see out in the neighborhoods.
Oh,
they making sure that the investment they put in downtown is well secure and safe.
Yeah, they have that facial recognition and stuff all downtown, like those green lights and all the way in Greektown and stuff. That's why people always getting caught shooting, whatever the heck they doing out there. Like, yeah, you can't do nothing now.
I think it'll happen to Highland Park as they move further up Woodward. Because if you go over there, they try to play it like Highland Park is all this, is they dilapidated. Go up there and try to call my bluff. Go look at any of those big houses in Highland Park and see if the land bank own them. And you're gonna find out they don't. They still privately owned. So what these entities or people who either it's old families who own the house and trying to ride it out, or people that's to come and bought the properties, all they're doing is waiting for the city to move further down Woodward, and then all of a sudden that stuff will all get fixed up. Watch.
Mm-hmm. The same way they have put those townhouses and condos on Woodward next to the
exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Same thing. Mm-hmm. And this was, think about that. That was way before Little Caesars Arena was even thought about being there. Mm-hmm. And they set it up so the average person couldn't get in it, because when they set them up, there was $104,000. I roll past them every day. They were $104,000. Now they're $300 and something thousand.
Yep.
For just that was 10 years ago.
It's crazy. They knew what they were doing. And then you go over there and look and see who the people in it. It's none of us. It's not us.
Whole Midtown, everything is like they're redoing that, like changing the storefronts, making them look more modern, and all of Courtown is starting to be changed a little bit too.
Oh, that's totally changed. They totally changed that one.
They're trying to make a parks.
They doing construction on Courtown streets. I was like, oh, y'all doing construction on Courtown streets? It's the first I ever seen this, because I've been riding down this, been crap for as long as I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in front of the post office.
Bucharest.
Yeah, they making a killing over there in Corktown now. Restaurants, bars. The only thing that messed them up was the pandemic.
Yeah.
They got that PAL building that they have right there now.
Yeah.
They had changed those into houses and still a center.
I was in Midtown yesterday, and y'all know, I don't know if you ever been to this restaurant. Y'all been to the restaurant Honest John's? Y'all know where it's at?
I never even heard of that.
I believe it's down on Third and Selden. Cause it's like a little school down the street from it. But I used to go over there. And hang out, like, time and time again. And it used to be like abandoned buildings over there and dark. And Honest John's was like the only restaurant on the block. The only restaurant. Now you got an arcade bar that's over there. You got like a little taco joint that's over there. And it looks real up and coming. Like they ain't fix the streets, they ain't fix the parking. Like you couldn't even really park over there. Like you was parking behind Honest John's because they took up the whole street. Now they got diagonal parking and everything. I'm like, wait a minute. Like they really fixed that area up. So that the area around there, the surrounding area, is going to come back. That comes from that kind of investment. So when you have that type of money, it's always good to invest when you know you're going to get something back. Because if I can invest 100,000 in a product or a venture, and I know I'm gonna get 10% back from that, when they decide to sell it for 2 million, I'm gonna get 200,000 off of that. Easy. That's a good comeback. Even if they sold it for 40 million, I'm gonna get what 4 million. I mean, that's a good investment. That's a good investment, especially when you do the joint ventures. Hey, I'll take 10% a month on anything.
Mhm.
That's really, what is it? Passive income?
Passive income. I've always tried to look at certain companies or products, whether it's on Kickstarter or whatever, to see, hey, is this gonna be something that everybody's gonna use? I mean, think about some of the gadgets that people come out with. These gadgets are so stupid, and people are buying them out of the sheer convenience of it all. Matter of fact, I was just on Instagram, and I don't know if y'all seen it, but it's a product where you can put, like, it looked like saran wrap. You can put saran wrap on the bottom of your shoe so you're not tracking COVID into your house.
What
Are you serious?
Bro, I promise you put your foot on there, it sticks to the bottom of your shoe, then you hit it on a cut on this lever, it sends up a cutter and it cuts it, and then you walk off about your day. I promise, it's the stupidest thing.
That it doesn't make any sense. I need to see the effective rate of that.
Because think about it. Remember, people were going home, washing off their groceries, and then people were like, "Oh, well, am I tracking COVID into my house?" So then they came up with that crap. So then when you go home, you just take it off and then you walk into your house.
Why not just take your shoes off in the garage or outside your door, and then or wear even shoes that you don't care about and just leave them outside your door? Because there ain't no way that you can put that on your clothes, because what you'll do with your clothes is just wash it in sanitizing laundry detergent.
You know what, Brittany? I don't even know.
Because I'm like, that don't make no sense. Like, okay, so what happens to the stuff after it clumps off your shoe? Like, is that biodegradable? Like, it don't make sense to me.
I don't know. Or you can take your shoe off at your front door, depending on where you live at. Take your shoe at the front door. Like I seen it, and I'm like, who is buying this product? Who is buying this product? But I bet you the people that's buying it are the people that is most paranoid, and people are making millions off of the paranoia of it all. Mm-hmm. The paranoia. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know, but I just keep thinking about the product. You just put your foot
look
in
at
it.
this.
Look at. I'm telling you, look, Brittany, look it up. You're gonna be like, this is stupid.
Yeah, like once you describe it, I'm like, that don't make no sense. But somebody getting paid.
Somebody always getting. But think about it. Every time there's a pandemic, there's something paranoia. Everybody is getting paid off of that pandemic or that paranoia. Somebody's getting paid off of paranoia. So, and that's kind of like how it goes. I'm going to create a stir, and just think about it. All the companies that get paid off of sanitizer, tissue. It was a tissue shortage for no apparent reason.
Bleach, paper towel. People was making wipes and stuff from TikTok. Goddamn TikTok.
Yeah, it was completely crazy. Like everybody, like don't get me wrong. I was out there buying I go to the grocery store, I buy like one thing of tissue every time I went. After it was all over, I had like 2 rows of 2 big things of tissue. And I'm looking like, why did I buy tissue? I ain't buy nothing. I mean, I bought the necessities, but it was like, I bought tissue because everybody else bought tissue. And we don't need this much tissue. Like, there be tissue.
I think for the people that was at home, and it was like, oh, okay, well, I'm about to be at home all day, so I'm about to be on the shitter all day. And then they might shut down the government. Or the stores, and I might not even be able to go to the store. So I'm just about to hoard all this shit. And it's like, damn, you got all this stuff and you ain't even use it. Like even going to Costco or Sam's Club or BJ's, you bought all that shit in bulk because you thought that the whole government was gonna be shut down. My nigga, if worst comes to worst, you better be using some fucking rags, some t-shirts. God, ain't no way. Like people was just going overboard with that. So
most definitely they were going overboard. But that's what paranoia does. That's what paranoia does. It drives you insane. It drives you insane. It makes you do some of the craziest things. The craziest. But I can talk about that all day long. But one thing I did want to say is, because I was chiming in on what you had said about getting another house. You want to go to St. Clair Shores. I dig that. St. Clair Shores is nice. I'm not really too much a fan of like the east side like that, but St. Clair Shores is definitely nice. I actually looked at a house in St. Clair Shores, and the neighborhood was beautiful. And there was a lot of amenities that I would actually use that was nearby and around. But one of the things I think I would actually buy is probably a freight home.
You talking about the ones that's like the cargo houses?
Yes. Yeah.
Where would you put it?
I mean, with so much property in Detroit and burnt down houses, I mean, I really have my pick. I could take up 3 lots.
The whole east side. Sorry.
I could say just pick a spot.
Right. I mean, I could probably find like 3 abandoned homes in a row, knock all those down, and take up 3 lots. Because think about it. Freight homes are actually cheap to build. They're pretty cheap to build. I probably would need about, for me and my ego, about 8. About 8 freight containers.
Damn.
You said your shit gonna weather the storm. It ain't going nowhere.
I need about 8. Look, you. My shit gonna look like steps. And at every step, it's gonna be a patio deck. I ain't even gotta go downstairs. Look, the bottom floor. Look, I'm about to shape this out for you. Okay, the bottom floor, living room, dining room, kitchen, all that stuff. That's probably gonna be about like 2,000 square feet easy. So you know that's pretty big. 2,000 square feet easy, right? Maybe about 2,000 square feet easy. You go up, okay, you got the bedrooms and all that stuff. Cause I'm gonna have a basement too. I'm gonna try to get them to do a basement. So you go up to the second level, got the bedrooms there, right? Then you get to the third level, you probably gonna have like a nice little skylight, a jacuzzi, gonna be my office up there. You know, the whole 9 yards. It's gonna be fly. It's gonna be fly. Real nice. Put a pool in the backyard.
Are you gonna build a bunker too underneath?
That's not a bad idea. I got like 300-400 million to play with. Right in my basement, there's gonna be a nice door, and it's gonna be a y'all ever seen those houses that's built into like a mountain, and they built deep into the mountain?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm gonna have a door just like that goes down into there.
It's gonna be so cold down there.
It's gonna be I'm gonna have heat and all that stuff like connected to it. So it's gonna be like 2 stories down.
The problem is if you get in a real shelter, it's gonna have to be considerable down because you got to protect against nuclear winter and all of that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna make sure they dig. You're
gonna have to spend some money on that one.
Oh yeah, because they're gonna have to make some stairs that go far enough down. Like they're gonna have to make stairs that go far enough down to get past like all the like sewage and stuff like that. And then it's gonna be like a 5-level 5-level bunker. Like we could all live comfortably. 5-level bunker, 10 bedrooms.
Then you could take your tissue that you stocked up and put it down there too.
Yup.
With canned goods, all that non-perishables. You about to hit up the base and ask them for all them MREs.
Well, you're gonna have to store a whole bunch of water too. That's gonna be your biggest deal, the water.
Unless you tap into an aquifer.
even then, if it's after nuclear holocaust time, you got to make sure the water is uncontaminated. Let's say the water is contaminated. Now you got to have a water filtration system. You gonna be spending some dough.
Man, look, 100 million ain't nothing to protect me and my family and my friends.
Or you gonna be spending that. You right. That's about what you're gonna be spending.
On top of the house, about 100 mil.
The thing, what I would do if I wanted the Make a Millions again, yeah, I would pay off a house. I'll pay off any debt that I have. I'll probably donate maybe a little bit to charity so I can get that tax break. I probably might even build an offshore company, maybe not even offshore, a company out of the States so I can get tax breaks with that. So I would just be doing all types of illegal stuff. Types of legal stuff.
As soon as she said offshore, I was like, oh,
she doing some corporate-ish. Like she doing some corporate-ish.
That's what they do. They're like, okay, we set up a company that's in the third world, so we don't have to pay taxes. Okay, so I could do that too. I could do that. I could have our own little stuff over there. Maybe I might build some stuff in Costa Rica or Africa, where everybody want to go, wherever. But I would build like houses here, or even use like some of the buildings that's already good and just renovate those. They already renovating Herman Kiefer. So I'm like, that's another area where like, okay, that's already built. Maybe you might turn those into like apartments or some shit, like wherever. So have some money on the side. I wouldn't do nothing like crazy, like buy no cars or nothing. I might be a month off of work. Like, yeah, let me just go ahead and take couple days off to travel. No private jet, no shit like that. Nah, it's just too much maintenance.
So, you talking about just a casual trip around the world?
Yeah, just do everything that's on my bucket list, and then be like, all right, now it's time to chill. Go back to work. Maybe I might do part time. Might have my own business. Just
you know what I would want to do? I want to invest in like some black ventures. Like some Detroit directors that's trying to direct their own movies and get their movies off the ground. I will fund a movie. Like I was like, well, how much would it make? How much would it take to invest in your movie? And they were like, well, it take about 20,000-30,000. I'm like, all right, I give you 20,000-30,000 if you give me 10% off of all the, even like 20-30% of all the proceeds that come through the door.
How? Like, where would they be showing it at though?
Yeah,
they would show it at.
The distribution is where that gonna crash and burn right there.
You're absolutely right, but you can pay for distribution though. You just got to pair it up with the right company.
Warner Brothers.
Anybody, I mean, even like some little small movie outlets, that can get it to be in more theaters. Like it don't even have to be. It could be like local. Like I've seen a lot of Sundance and local movies happen in select amount of theaters. If you can get it into like 100 theaters, you ain't got to get it like nationwide. But if you get it into like a few theaters just in Michigan, that's good enough because that's 10,000. That's not 10,000. That's $10 just to go into the movies.
Then you also got to think about, okay, how am I going to get the movie out? So you got to do, advertising. You got to pay for Hulu ads. You got to pay for not Netflix. You got to pay for any type of ads, whether it's social media, Instagram, Facebook, word of mouth, flyers. You got to think about that type of publicity, like to even get that stuff popping to make your revenue. So because people really won't really know much about it though. Or unless they like, okay, this is an up and coming director, let's go ahead and support it. You got to think about like, okay, there's the news gonna air it, they gonna spotlight it. You got to think about, reaching out, making connects too. So that'll be the most important part.
Marketing is probably going to be the biggest thing, the biggest cost. So if it's like 100,000 of the investment just for filmmaking and like the marketing, then most definitely. Especially, but I would like to read the script. I'm not gonna just invest in anybody. Like I want to read the script, be like, okay, well, this sounds like it's gonna be a decent movie. All right, let's go for it. But if it ain't sound like it's gonna be a decent movie, then no. I definitely invest in a studio, a nice little studio, not for like rappers or nothing like that, like an animation studio, and go from there. Like really start to build I don't know. I'm all about generational wealth. I'm all about generational wealth and being able to build and utilize some of the teachings that I've learned over the years that that right now I just don't have the accessible funds to do. I mean, it's easy to go try to get a loan out. It's easy to go get a loan out, but dang, like at some point you got to pay that back. But then you can just put it in a business. You can get a business loan and go from there. But it's all about, at that point, it all becomes down to risk. But if I had millions and I hit from the lottery, I got my own resources. I don't want to have to rely on I guess that's my biggest thing. I don't want to rely on other people's resources in order to get where I need to go. Because if I got to pay them same resources back, depending on what the terms and the timeline is, that's more of a stressor on me than anything. Because now that means I got to make things happen. My back is against the wall, so I'm fighting harder for it. And that's all well and good for everybody. But dang, think about it like this. The privileged get more chances to fail than they get to succeed. People in our position don't get that many chances to fail and succeed. We get more chance, we get few chances to fail and even fewer chances to succeed. So you take that one failure and you try to go back, they gonna deny you and say, oh no, you didn't do it right last time. We can't trust you again. But let other people, privilege, file bankruptcy, do XYZ and all that stuff like that. They know the banker to go in there and give them all the money that they need. Every last bit. Rob the bank. Or they go and they rat somebody else's coattail, they name drop. They know the president, they know whoever. So if I did hit for that them few million, I already know what I'm gonna do with it. If I hit for $1 million and got 750, I already know where it's going. Paying the house off, I'm getting my Tesla, paying my debt off, and then I'm reinvesting and I'm gonna get my dividends. Put some money, put up 100,000 for my son so he can go do his thing when he turned 18, 21. And I'm about to live. Cause I know I'm about to hit that plane real quick. See some destinations.
Mm-hmm.
My 30 days gonna be some traveling across America.
What do y'all think about people that say, for example, what's his name? Quentin Tarantino. He was like, he's not giving anything to his mother, as like, not inheritance, but like, if anything, like if he was to die, like no money, you don't get anything. So how do you feel about like those situations where people have it and, he said he wasn't gonna give it to her because she didn't believe in him. So what do you think about like those instances where, like, I guess the entitlement comes from, like where people are like, dang, you owe it to me, but you don't actually give them anything?
Man, I heard that about Quentin Tarantino, and that's very harsh to come from a parent to tell you that they don't believe in you, they don't believe in your dreams, and they don't support your dreams. They don't even want to invest in time in you. So I get where he's coming from. And I know a lot of people probably gonna be like, well, that's wrong, John. Like that's bad. Like that's his mama. That's the person that gave him life. Well, the same person that gave him life could be the same person that will let him stand on a corner and smoke crack all day, or be homeless, and look at them as a failure and call them a failure. What do you say then? What do you say at that point in time? Like, oh, well, is it do we blame the parent at the point? Like, dang, you let this person just lay on the street and be a bum, and that person is a failure and I don't want to deal with it. But you brought this person into the world, you're supposed to care for them, regardless of the case, but you're not. You let them fall by the wayside. But then when a child dismisses the mother, then it's like everybody comes down on that person's head like, oh, well, that person gave you the world and all that stuff like that. But yeah, but that person also told me what I could not be. The very person that was supposed to support me, promote me, and that gave me life is the same person that's not giving me support. So I'm just supposed to just be like, okay, well, that's my mom. I'm supposed to take care of her, regardless of the rude and nasty things that she has said to me.
Yep. And to add context to that, if it was this, just to show how one-sided it is, if it was a guy, would we even be having this conversation?
Exactly.
He'd be deadbeat. He would be shit.
Exactly.
Everybody would be talking about how garbage he was. Nobody would give him the benefit of the doubt without even talking to him.
Exactly. That's just like when a mom invests. This is like when a mom invests all the time, and the son becomes great, then the father comes back around because his son became great, rich, famous, whatever. Then it's like, oh, well, you want nothing but a deadbeat, but let it be the mother that comes back.
Yep.
Then it's like, oh, accept her with open arms and all that shit. Like, man, fuck that. I'm sorry.
That's the double-sidedness of it.
I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to be real. So when I was younger, I had the very stereotype attitude or career path. I wanted to be a basketball player. That was my dream. I wanted to play for the Orlando Magic. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. And I played good basketball. I played in a few leagues and stuff like that. Well, I ain't really played good basketball, but diamond in the rough, with a little bit of polishing, it would have been great. I worked at this gym. And I seen parents come in, drop their kids off. Some youngest 5 years old, go in there and get trained. With a private coach, go in there and get trained. Then go play in AAU. And then I think back like, dang, I didn't get that. I love basketball. I ate, sleep, and breathe basketball when I was a kid. You couldn't catch me without a basketball. You couldn't catch me not going to a court playing basketball. You couldn't catch me not challenging nobody to play basketball. There was no investment in my dream. Now, it wasn't no fault of my mom because of the situation that we were in. She provided for me the best way she knew how. But basketball was my life. And there were people, and I see these kids and their parents are investing in their dreams. You see the kids investing in and you see the parents investing in their dreams and cultivating that talent. If basketball is what you want to do, hey, we're going to cultivate that. We're going to bring it up. We're going to do it. If tennis is what you want, we're going to cultivate that. We're going to do it. If music is what you want, we're going to cultivate that. Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to get your private lessons. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to make sure that you're going to live your dream until you don't want to live it no more. A lot of kids can't have that. A lot of kids can't have that, especially in the Black community. A lot of kids can't have that. I was lucky enough to play basketball for my middle school team. I played for a rec league. I was able to do those things because my mom was able to give me that. And it was fun. It was cool. But I also know that wasn't my path. I ain't living on no hoop dreams about what I could have, should have done. No. So when it comes to Quentin Tarantino, I feel like whatever happened in his life, because we don't know the whole story, whatever happened in his life, for him to come to that reason, he has valid reason for doing it. Mm-hmm. Because if it was a man, it would be justified for why he's doing it. Because it's his mother. It seeks extra justification for that. Extra justification because it's his mom.
I think Bill Gates, I don't know. I think Bill Gates said he wasn't leaving anything for his kids too. I think a couple other celebrities said they wasn't doing it because like the money would, I don't know, I guess like they really wouldn't do anything else with it. I guess it might pacify the situation. They might not do anything else with their life. So I'm like, shit. Yeah.
And we want you to struggle, motherfucker. Struggle.
Yeah. So I guess that's what it is. You got to struggle too. Like I had to struggle to get to where I am. You're not about to get it off easy and
Man,
just have everything handed to you.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. So we are down to that final period. We are down for that final period, my favorite period. So it is time for the final word. And we know, and I know we got a lot to say because it's only 3 of us. But however the case is, we're going to start this off with Mr. Ewell. Go ahead and tell me what your final word is. The lottery, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
I believe with the lottery, it can be a good thing, but just like you said, if you're not used to high finances, it will behoove you to get a financial advisor, legal representation, so that you will be able to keep your money versus, spend your money and blow it. Try not to do anything too crazy. Try to sit back and let that money grow for you and make you some passive income, like you said, and enjoy your life.
Okay. I dig that. Brittany.
Yo. Good, bad, and ugly. Getting extra money. It's good if you only paid $2 for a ticket and you got, 700 mil. That ain't bad. That's a good come up. I like that. Right. But it's more of you just gotta be responsible and just be disciplined. Like, don't live outside your means. If you was barely affording your food before, don't just go get some fucking gold flakes and put it on your shrimp and biscuits and thinking you about to be doing some shit. Because them gold flakes, damn, they a lot for this meal. But damn, like, come on, bro. Like, you can't be just doing the most expensivest and living the most lavish and shit. You gotta think about all the other types of outcomes. Like, yeah, you gotta pay taxes on that twice. Who knew that? And then just even, once the money run out, like, dang, you're gonna be stuck with something that you couldn't even afford, regardless of if it's 1 million or 300, 700 million or a billion. Like, you can't just be having a foolish mindset and just doing anything and everything that you want to do. Because with everything in excess, it does have like a lot of responsibility, or it might be too much for someone to handle it. So you just got to make sure you got a good support system. Make sure you got somebody always looking out for your best interest. And sometimes a lot of money don't make you always happy, but do what's best for you.
All right. So it's my turn. And I'm speaking directly to America. Matter of fact, I'm not speaking to America. I'm speaking to everybody that keep winning this money, that's old, that ain't around my age. It's a few of y'all, but ain't a lot. I'm trying to win too. I ain't trying to use birthday numbers and lucky number books and shit like that. All right. So listen. The lottery, the good, bad, and ugly. We already know that it's hard enough as it is to find generational wealth. Now, we have been doing good over the last generations, and we're making a comeback slowly but surely. Everybody got their own businesses. The pandemic has showed people that corporations don't care about you no matter how much money they make. They make millions of billions and still don't give a damn about you. It's a forethought. However the case is, this is where I'm going with this. If you win the lottery, understand that there is a quicker way to going right back down the drain to where you came from. It's to spend it all up. That's going to be the first thing you're going to do. You're going to spend it on a whole bunch of stuff. You're going to try to imitate the rappers. You're going to try to imitate, you're going to go and buy all Rihanna lingerie line. You're going to buy every Rolex and Gucci that you could find. Trust me, it's not the appropriate investment. If you're going to do that, at least make sure that yourself is set up to have some money come back and investing in you. Okay, invest in a business, invest in a trade, invest in something. Don't let 600, 400 million go to waste on cars and clothes. You may buy a new house, but you got to remember, it comes with upkeep. It comes with upkeep. The apartment that you was in don't come with upkeep, but the apartment keeps it up. When you go buy a house, that comes with upkeep. Don't sell your house, don't sell your ragamuffin house, then go get you a big boy house and you can't afford a big boy house. You go buy you the Excursion, knowing that it only gets 15 to 17 miles to the gallon, but you figure you got it. And you like, well, I don't mind spending $120, $150 on gas. I mind spending $50 on gas. I remember when I spent $20 in a gas tank. It ain't that life no more. It's not that life no more. We have to be Black people, minority people. We have to be more sensible about our finances. Plain and simple. We got to be more sensible about our finances. I need to be more sensible about our finances. I'll be honest. I am probably one of the most financially conscious people that I know. And I'm still feel like I'm just not at the point where I need to be at, where it's like I'm on my top of my money. I want to generate money. So then when you win the lottery, you got to generate money. You like eating good food, you got to go and buy that food, and you got to cook that food and everything like that. Same thing with money. Once you get it, you got to go ahead and you got to let it keep churning. You got to let it keep churning. If you ain't never churned butter before, it's just like that. You got to let it keep churning, get a little bit richer. We can no longer, if at the point in time that we win the lottery, if anybody win the lottery, because I'll tell you, the first place I'm going is the red light district. I'm just window shopping. That's all I'm doing. I'm not buying. I'm just window shopping. I'm just around looking at the various things that I could possibly purchase. Because the only thing I want to purchase is a nice Tesla that gives me good gas, that gives me good mileage, and I don't have to go to the gas station no more. That's what I'm tired of doing. I'm tired of going to the gas station. I don't want to go there no more. Tired of seeing the people, I'm tired of touching the pumps. I just want to come home and I just want to cut the gas station out altogether. All right. I want to cut DTE out too, but that's a different story. But how the case is, we got to be more sensible about the money. Even the money that's coming into our paychecks, we got to be more sensible with it. We can find wealth without winning the lottery. The lottery is nothing but a trap. To be quite honest, the lottery has came from minority people. They used to play numbers way back when. That's where they got the idea from the lottery from, because the people in the neighborhoods would go play their numbers to the local bookie, and that's how they would hit. That's where the lottery came from. It came from minorities. You think government came up with that idea? No, because white people had wealth, so they didn't have to go and do that. They didn't have to go and do it. They didn't have to go and do it. You don't believe it? Go look it up. Put it in the comments and tell me that I'm wrong. But this is Skip the Formalities. I am your host, John J. I've had the pleasure of having good conversation with my homeboy, you that's repping the Lions. They losing, but repping the Lions. And we got Brittany down there. She did her thing as well. Until next time, every Thursday, 6 o'clock, we having these conversations. This was a more lighthearted conversation. We'll be going hard lately with some of the political topics that's been going on in this world. So we figured we have just a more fun conversation, and I enjoyed myself. So until next time, we gonna see y'all later.